It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Bro, wear white. There you go.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. For the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A gain of 5.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Third down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, Lord, come on, damn.
That he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play here for the Bills. 41 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. With the snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And inches.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. To throw, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Bills nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. No, let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. First down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Edwards-Helaire. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bills.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
After 1, 7-0, on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Bills nothing.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Really gay on the tackle.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First down throw here for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. First carry for James Conner. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit to sack there to Harold Landry.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Coming up now on a second and 15.
Again. Like everybody in the goddamn
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Brings up.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Same result as last play, 14 yards.
What's the matter, man?
First down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Rivers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
At the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Now the rookie second-round pick, it's A.J. Dillon with it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game, loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A.J. Dillon, his 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Bills.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
How do you move out the way and then
saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down.
What,
this
man?
This could possibly be a push-off.
Bro,
like
what
some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Where? Never see.
Now a carry for Dillon, and they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Hard.
Brings up 2nd down. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. Out of his end zone, Rivers. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Oh, you had it in your goddamn hand.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Rivers from his own end zone on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Told me with that
That's an excellent
call,
job
man.
on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get one, it's 4th down.
And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick.
I knew this.
Now a hit and a loose
Yeah, give me the goddamn
And it's
ball.
picked up by the Patriots. You hate every fumble. You really hate that. You're going to have great field position, and then he coughed it up.
Well, they went from elation to deflation in a hurry, didn't they? I mean, everything was working just right for them. That type of a return, that field position that they expected to have, unfortunately, none of it came through.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Counter on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
The 47-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay.
Rivers pass.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt.
Oh, my God,
Inside
man.
the right upright, it's no good.
God damn, man.
Right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
That's 3. Trying to put the game pretty much out of reach.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a run with Dillon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's got a man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now.
Give me some out.
Buffalo territory at the 41. Rivers now. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
3rd down.
They run once more with Dillon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
28-yard line.
They go play action. Rivers. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
No bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Here's Dillon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. So that'll back him up 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, a give to counter. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Tavecchio puts this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
It's no last week, is it?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams sprint to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Jamal Adams, an all-pro for the first time a season ago, had a fumble return for a touchdown and a pick 6 last year. And he delivers another pick 6 right here. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Bills 3. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down, Buffalo.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
That's incomplete.
Wow, what are you doing, man?
A big call coming on third down.
We don't need that. What the hell?
Right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was
That's
because
just
of the
crazy
pass
as
interference
hell, man.
call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my
Can't press it, no button.
in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 9.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is caught.
That's my fault.
Buffalo. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Robbie Gould lining up.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. But they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
on, man.
You don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
They're on the coverage.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. From the gun, Rivers. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Keeps himself upright, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Melvin Ingram. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Rivers. And that is incomplete.
A deep
Rivers is always messing everything up,
sure
man.
that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But it brings
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And able to haul out.
Oh, my Lord, bro.
Dashing through the snow.
Oh, boy, man.
Inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st down.
I love this motherfucker, man.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Marquise Blair on the tackle.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the Patriots' 28-yard line.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Taken down.
The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On first down, Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
That's another Patriots first down.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And despite the cold, despite the snow, this one was fun to watch, and I want to thank you for bringing 2 things, the space heater and the hot chocolate. Those were a big help for us here in the booth.
Yeah, just so you know, in the future, get your own space heater. Okay, I'm an only child. I don't share very often. But this had to bring out, like, the 12-year-old in us, didn't it? I mean, to be able to watch this, and let's face it, when you were that age, you didn't come inside until Mom screamed, "Get inside now, young man," because you wanted to be out there just having a good time, and actually you almost forgot just how cold it was. I'm sure these guys didn't, but they ended up playing just like those 12-year-olds and getting it done.
So for New England, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
He blaming the snow.